I quit med school, so my parents fired me as their son. I was born to be a surgeon. My whole life was a training program designed by my parents, both renowned doctors. They called me Dr. Evan Jr. before I could even talk. I did everything right: the grades, the extracurriculars, the pre-med program at their alma mater. But 2 years into medical school, I was suffocating. The sterile smell of the labs, the crushing pressure, the realization this wasn't my dream, it was their legacy. I found a passion for teaching history, and for the first time, felt like I was breathing. When I finally worked up the courage to tell them I was dropping out, they didn't yell. It was far worse. They sat me down for what my dad called a legacy and investment review. He explained that since I had defaulted on my long-term potential, the terms of my place in the family had to be renegotiated. Overnight, my life changed. My car, which they paid for, was taken away. My phone was cut from the family plan. They began charging me $800 a month in rent for my own childhood bedroom. My study time for my new history degree was referred to as my little hobby. They imposed a strict 11 p.m. curfew because, as my mother put it, your new path doesn't require the same level of adult responsibility. The other night, my dad walked into my room while I was grading papers for my student teaching job. He picked one up, scoffed, and said, "All that potential, all that intelligence, wasted on teaching children about things that are already over. I hope feeling passionate is worth it." They didn't disown me in some dramatic scene. They just made it clear that their love, support, and respect were perks of a job I had just quit. Now I'm living in a home where I'm treated like a tenant and a failure, all while trying to build a life I actually want. So I have to ask, is it better to live your own life in a gilded cage of disapproval? Or should I have just endured a life I hated to keep the peace and the support of my family? Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post new stories every day.